been 7 years of me just like struggling with my skin every single day of my existence. Hello, I am back with another video coming to you from the car. Not the ideal filming situation, but it's because today I'm filming this in the morning before work, but after work I'm headed to my first ever hydrafacial, so I wanted to take you with me. So real talk, my skin has been a really big insecurity of mine. One of my main insecurities. What I significantly remember is graduating high school, and I remember going on a trip with my family to New York. I remember after graduating high school to that trip, and after that trip, I had such bad acne and breakouts, and they were like painful, and I couldn't even pick them. Like, they weren't even the kind of pimple you could just pop. Like, I have a few, you can't really see too well with this camera, but trust me, like, I had these craters on my cheeks, which I haven't had in a while. So these are kind of easy to pop. I just haven't been touching them. Anyway, so end of grade 12 is kind of when I started my skin going honestly downhill, and my focus really shifting to like, oh my god, my skin is awful. What do I do? At that time, I was going to university. I did not have money for fancy skincare. I did not have money for facials and for treatments. I did see my doctor, and he prescribed me antibiotics, which I did take for like 2 or 3 months, but those are the kind that you're not supposed to take for a really long time, which he didn't tell me. I just informed myself somehow. I don't remember how. So make sure that whenever your doctor prescribes you something, you look into how long you should be taking that thing for. I saw this TikTok of this girl who switched doctors, and her new doctor was like, why are you on this birth control? Like, you should be max X amount of months or years on this. You've been on it for 10 years, like, get off right now. This is like really not good for you. And she panicked a little bit. So anyway, do your research and understand like whatever medication you're on for, I guess specifically I'm talking about like acne or like hormones, understand like the timeline for it. But anyway, so I took antibiotics, and I remember this summer I was in a very good mood, and I went to vacation, and vacation kind of cleared my skin, which it always does. Like, humid places clear up my skin. I was in Cuba, but also taking antibiotics, and I remember like my skin kind of got better, but then I stopped taking antibiotics, and like that was kind of it. Like it did go back to being bad again. And then all throughout university, I remember having a lot of blemishes, having breakouts. I was picking my skin a lot. I remember like studying in the library and like having to be like, oh my god, I just spent the last X amount of minutes like picking up my skin, touching my skin, like what am I doing? And I used this really harsh Neutrogena ones. I used apricot scrub. I used her, because at the time I thought like, oh, I'm gonna scrub this stuff away. I didn't know how skincare worked. Now I understand. Like, long story short, I struggled with my skin a lot. I tried so many random things, and I remember graduating university, and like I think that's kind of when it started getting a bit better. I did at this point, I don't remember when exactly, start having a more consistent routine with like removal makeup, cleanser, moisturizer, hyaluronic acid, whatever. Like, it's been 7 years of me just like struggling with my skin every single day of my existence. Like, I'm not joking, I'm not exaggerating it. It's been really hard. I've had days where I'm like, I'm gonna avoid socializing, or I'm just gonna sit in bed and cry all day because why do I look like this? I've gotten past that point. I'm kind of nearing work, but I will catch up with you after work, and this is my little hydrafacial video. So I will, get to work now. Oh, okay, I will talk to you later.
What's happening?
Going through it. I don't know what's happening.
Going through it.
This is Nadine, the owner. She's like, what's happening? I wish I knew. I would be happier, but I'm not.
We will get you there.
Ready to go. We first started with dermaplaning. That was the first thing she did. We did cleanse, but we just didn't film that. It was just like a basic cleanse to prep my skin. So dermaplaning is pretty much like a very minimally invasive procedure. What it does is kind of shaves away the uppermost layer of your skin, and it can help reduce the appearance of acne scars. It takes away some of the peach fuzz, that hair. It kind of reveals new skin. So that's the first thing we did to prep my skin. Right after dermaplaning, we did a bit of a lymphatic drainage, which I've never had before, and then we started with the hydrafacial. So it uses a tip paired with a suction to remove the dead skin cells from the surface of your face. After the skin is exfoliated, serums are infused into the skin, and that's the last step of the hydrafacial. So we have the serums that are going into the skin, and we ended off with some blue light therapy, I believe is what it's called. Don't quote me, but
That's what this red light was. And then that kind of completed the whole thing. And here's all the gunk at the end. Blech.
Wow, we are done. Oh my goodness, so red. Had to be really gentle around this area because I had like a pretty bad breakout, but I'll do like a more in-depth review tomorrow morning, see how my skin feels. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, talk to you tomorrow. Hello. I'm actually filming the end of my hydrafacial video on my nicer camera, so there will be like a change in quality from iPhone to this camera, but yeah, so you saw my after of the hydrafacial. It was extremely red. So hydrafacial, I think, long story short, like any kind of skincare treatment, laser session, you have to be consistent to see results. So I had my first ever hydrafacial yesterday. So it was a bit of like scratchy kind of feeling, and also a little bit of stinging at one point, then neutralized the acid and then hydrated. I hope I'm saying the right things. I'm also not an esthetician, so I only know so much. We were really gentle around my current active breakouts because you wouldn't want to be going over, scraping over those parts. So she would just like dab onto them and still put the treatment on, but it wasn't as like aggressive as the other parts. We also used only one of the tips. So the hydrafacial, you could change the tips, and each tip kind of like it just gets stronger and stronger in like the way it scratches and cleans the skin. So we only really stuck with the lowest level. You're supposed to go up and switch the tips, but she saw how aggravated and red my skin was already prior to the appointment, so we didn't want to do too much, and we're both kind of confused for what's going on with my skin right now. But the hydrafacial felt kind of like scrapey, stingy in the moment, but the good at the end. Initially, you know, when I got off the table, you saw it was extremely red, but a day later we're feeling good. I will actually, you know what I'll do? I'm not gonna finish this video today. This is day 1 after hydrafacial, so I wanted to show you my face today, but Thursday I work from home again. On the weekend, I kind of want to show you my skin throughout the next few days after my hydrafacial to see if there is a difference or not, to see if anything improves, anything gets better. The parts of my skin that are good without the breakouts, where we just like dermaplaned and did the hydrafacial regularly, feel really good and smooth, and my skin feels good. It's just the parts that are bad, and I don't know what to do about it. So I don't know, like, if it's a constant thing, it's such a painful thing to experience and it's so mentally draining. So hang in there. I understand it's really hard. Like I said, like I've cried over it before, but anyway, so I really need to get ready to go out to my meeting. I will talk to you later. Bye. Hello. So I wanted to do a follow-up on my hydrafacial, kind of go over what happened. I did film the whole thing. It's in this video, as you'll see, but it's kind of messy in the background. Whatever. You're currently sitting on my makeup box, notebook, and then camera. I definitely need to get like a nicer stand tripod for this specific camera. Anyways, so where do we start? So I had my hydrafacial last week, actually almost exactly a week ago on Monday. Honestly, I think I made a mistake getting a hydrafacial with active breakouts and acne on my face. So I'll circle back to that in a second. So the hydrafacial, immediately after you saw it was red, the next day my skin looked normal, back to normal. I still had my active breakouts, so, and I thought it would get better. My skin that was healthy was looking smooth and shiny and great, but I believe it aggravated some of my breakouts perhaps. And ever since then, I thought my skin would kind of get better, calm down. My skin has actually only gotten worse. I'm not really gonna be dramatic, but I am dramatic. But like, I don't mean this in a dramatic way, but this is some of the worst my skin has looked in a while. Not the worst it's looked ever. It has looked way worse. I literally have a folder full of like skin photos. If you know, you know. If you're tracking your skin progress, you know. But so it's not the worst it's ever been, but it's the worst it's been in a really long time. I haven't had deep and like this many breakouts in a while. I will have a pimple every now and then, a little something every now and then, but this is like next level. And for me, to be honest, it got worse after hydrafacial, and I'm not blaming the hydrafacial, I'm not blaming anything. I do believe they work. I think I did it at the wrong time, and I don't think I should have done it over active breakouts. Although we were very careful, we didn't go over any like of my active
acne, it was not the vibe. So I'm gonna show you my skin now. This is kind of like really testing me right now because I've been having a really hard time getting ready, putting makeup on. I put on makeup a few days ago for my friend's birthday party, hated it. I was like, I don't want to get ready, I don't want to go out, I'm just feeling very insecure in my skin. So I've decided to completely just not wear makeup, and it's testing me so much. Yeah, it's been really hard finding honestly the will to get ready and go out, and I've been making plans and forcing myself to make plans with friends because I love my friends and I want to hang out with my friends, and I'm like, I'm not gonna let my skin get the best of me. So I'm gonna show you my skin now. Get ready. You can see here, these I've had for like a week now. These two are new. This is all kind of smooth. I had a pimple here, it's gone now. This is kind of smooth. I had a pimple, it's gone. These have only gotten worse. I had a pimple, put a pimple patch, it kind of like ripped it off almost. My worst part is like, oh my god, I have to go like double chin, but like, I don't know if you can see this area here, and then my chin of my cheek, of course, is still not 10 out of 10. So was this even focused? Hopefully. There she is. I am not very happy with my skin. My next steps, I'm going to consistently just like keep up with the routine I have now. My next step would be kind of keeping consistent with my skincare. I am doing an acne facial, like a very kind of like a gentle acne facial and a gentle gentle extraction. I used to get extractions with like the tool, and it hurt, number one, so bad. Number two, it honestly made my skin worse every time, like purging, plus it would just like not get better for a really long time because they go in, they pop the pimple, they extract stuff out, they use the same tool over and over on the skin. Sometimes my skin, TMI, will like bleed a bit when it's like a certain pimple or certain spot is like touched. So, and they would just reuse the same tool over and over on my skin, and I don't know how good that is. So anyway, so I'm doing an acne facial combined with like an extraction, and I go to Chefy in Calgary. I can like post her info, but she uses this tool. I actually recently saw it on Reels, like some esthetician use it. It's like this tool, and it's very gentle. It's kind of like a high-tech extraction. It's not necessarily like manually going in there, and we're gonna pair that with laser genesis treatment. I've only had one of each so far, one acne facial, one laser genesis, and I can tell that after those sessions I haven't seen much improvement. I've only had one. She said I will need about 6 sessions, but I do know that after those sessions my skin felt amazing. After the next day there was no purging and my skin didn't get worse, which is nice. So I'm gonna try and be consistent with those 6 sessions. So I'll take you with me on that journey, because I have my second session on Friday, so I'll vlog then. Otherwise, skincare, my facial treatment, and I kind of want to keep it at that for now. Okay, my camera's almost dying, and I do have a meeting very quickly, so I wanted to say those are kind of my next steps. That's what I'm doing so far. I will take you on my facial Friday and we'll track that. I'm just gonna end this here because my camera is full storage and it just died. So I'm gonna finish it here. If you've been on an acne journey and you've, let me know what worked, what didn't work. I will continue kind of like sharing this journey with you because I'm very just like frustrated. And yeah, so I really want to thank you for watching. And it's kind of been hard opening up about stuff like this, like my 2023 video, now this. I kind of want to be more like open online because that's the kind of content I really enjoy watching, and I want to hopefully help you. I've received quite a few kind messages from people being like, thank you for opening up, makes me feel better about my skin, here's what worked for me, here's what didn't work for me, here's what I'm dealing with currently, and it's opened up a really nice kind of like conversation. Hopefully in a few months and weeks, whatever, I can be like, hey, here's my clear skin, here's what worked. Until then, thoughts and prayers. But okay, I'm gonna go to my work meeting, and then I am going for a coffee with my friend. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. I'm planning on posting videos every single week, posting lifestyle content, vlogs, things like this. And yeah, thank you. Bye.